Beloved son, I know what is happening inside you right now. I know the doubts that arise in your heart, the battles you face in silence, every thought, every sigh, every tear you hide. I see it all. You are not alone. This message came to you because I have something powerful to tell you. Stay until the end and feel my presence acting in your life. I know there are times when you feel lost, carrying a weight that seems impossible to bear. I know your worries about your family, the nights of unanswered prayer, the days when everything seems meaningless. Have you ever wondered why walking seems so difficult? Why does it feel like your prayers are not being heard? Today I want to reveal something to you that could change everything. I want to show you that every silence, every challenge, every tear has a greater purpose than you imagine. What seems like the end is actually just the beginning of something extraordinary. Son, I never abandoned you. Every detail of your life is in my hands. I have seen your pain, your fears, your uncertainties. But know this, what you call defeat, I call transformation. You may not understand now, but every test you faced was not punishment. It was stoning. Just as a goldsmith works with precision to shape a precious jewel, I have shaped your life into something much greater. The dreams you kept deep in your heart, the ones you no longer dare to believe in. I didn't forget them. When the time is right, they will bloom. Believe no promise of mine fails. Have you ever wondered why you sometimes have to wait so long? Waiting is not a delay, it is preparation. Every second, every struggle, every prayer that seems unanswered is building something powerful within you. Son, look back. See how many times you thought you couldn't do it and yet you remained standing. This was no coincidence, I supported you. And if I was faithful before, why doubt that I will be faithful now? I'm here, by your side. The light you need is not in the world, it is not in the circumstances. It's in me. Trust. I've been down this path before you. You don't need to see everything now. Just take it one step at a time. The impossible is about to become reality in your life. Son, I know that at many times you felt that your faith was weak, that your hope was fading. But listen, what you feel does not define the spiritual reality about your life. You may not see it now, but I'm moving things in your favor. I have already prepared the way, and the promises I made to you still stand. I know you've been waiting for answers. I know there are areas of your life where silence seems to be the only answer. But I want to remind you of something very important. My silence never means absence. When you don't hear my voice, know that I'm working behind the scenes, preparing something that goes far beyond what you asked for. Do you remember times when you felt like everything was lost, but suddenly a door opened? That wasn't luck. It was my hand acting, leading you exactly where you needed to be. The waiting time is a time of growth. It's not punishment, it's process. Just as a tree needs time to take root before it can grow and bear fruit, you also need to grow strong before receiving what I have prepared for you. The promise is already yours, but preparation is necessary. Son, I want to ask you something. Are you really willing to trust me? Really trust without reservations, without fear, without trying to control everything? I don't ask you to understand everything, just to trust. Because as you walk with me, I guide you. Every step you take in faith is taking you closer to the purpose I designed for your life. Stop for a moment and imagine what your life would be like if you left it completely in my hands. What would it be like to live without carrying the weight of worry, without fear of tomorrow, without doubt about what is to come? Son, I am the one who sustains the universe, who gives order to the stars, who holds the oceans at their edges. If I take care of all that, why wouldn't I take care of you? I see every desire of your heart, every dream you were ever afraid to share. And I want to remind you, if I was the one who planted this dream in you, then I will make it happen. Myself. Nothing is beyond my control. No tear shed went unnoticed. I saw them all, and each one of them watered the seeds of something new that I am giving birth to in your life. And more. What seemed lost, what you thought you would never have again, I am restoring. Relationships, dreams, opportunities, health, joy. I am God of new beginnings, and a new time is coming for you. Now I want to tell you something profound. You are not here by chance. This message reached you because I wanted to talk to you myself today. Your name is written in the palm of my hands, and I have something very specific to accomplish through your life. Son, stop doubting your calling. The enemy tried to make you believe that you are not good enough, that you don't have talent, that you don't have the ability. But that's the biggest lie you've ever heard. Why I chose you myself. I empowered you myself. Remember, I don't call the prepared, I prepare the called. What you have today is enough to get started. If you trust and take the first step, I will take you further than you ever imagined. Do you feel this desire in your heart? This yearning to live something greater? That calling that pulses inside you? This is not a coincidence. It is my voice calling you. Then stop fighting against what I put inside you. Embrace what I am doing. Accept the transformation that is coming. Allow yourself to live the purpose for which you were created. Now I ask you, are you ready? If your answer is yes, write in the comments. Here I am, Lord. Son, I know how difficult waiting can be. I know there are times when you look around and see people receiving the blessings you have been praying for so long. I know that sometimes your heart sinks and you wonder, Sir, why hasn't it been my turn yet? But I want to tell you something that you may not have understood yet. I'm not late. The time you call delay is actually the time I am using to prepare your heart, strengthen your faith, and align you with the purpose I have for your life. Every second of waiting has a purpose. Every day that passes without answers is not a day lost, it is a day of construction. You are not standing still, you are being shaped. I am strengthening you, teaching you to trust, to depend on me, to grow in spiritual maturity. Have you ever seen a tree grow? It doesn't emerge big and strong overnight. First, your roots need to grow deeper. If a tree grows too quickly without strong roots, the first storm can knock it down. But when it has firm roots, no wind can tear it from the ground. Son, this is what I'm doing to you. I could give you everything you desire now, but if your heart is not prepared, the blessing may become a burden. What I have for you is not something temporary, it is something eternal. And eternal things require time to prepare. Therefore, I ask you, don't give up. Don't allow impatience to steal your promise. What's yours is already on its way, and when it arrives, it will be at the perfect time. Son, I know that there are days when your faith seems small, fragile, unable to resist challenges. But listen carefully. It's not about the size of your faith, it's about who you put your faith in. If you had a mustard seed in your hand, it would seem insignificant, small, almost invisible. But within that grain, there is all the potential of a great tree. This is how your faith works. You may think your faith is small, but if you put it in my hands, it will grow. You will see miracles, you will see doors opening, you will see the impossible happen, because the power is not in your ability to believe, but in the God in whom you believe. And more, faith is not a feeling. Faith is a decision. You don't need to feel like everything will work out. You need to decide to trust, even when you don't see anything happening. True faith is not born on easy days. It is born in the desert, in scarcity, in moments of uncertainty. True faith is born when everything seems lost, but you still choose to trust. And it is this faith that moves mountains. I know the path is not always easy. I know there are moments of tiredness, of tears, of questions. But listen, the most difficult trails lead to the most extraordinary destinations. Every obstacle you face is not an end. It is a bridge that takes you to something greater. I have already seen your future, and I guarantee you, it's worth continuing. Now, son, I ask you, are you ready for a new time in your life? Are you ready to leave fear and doubt behind and step into what I have prepared for you? Because now the time has come. What was previously stuck will begin to move. What once seemed distant will begin to come closer. I'm calling you to step forward, and do you know what moving forward means? It means leaving behind everything that is no longer part of what I'm building in you. It means abandoning the mentality of defeat, fear, limitation. Means stop looking at the past and start looking at the future. The journey that lies ahead of you is no ordinary journey. It is a path illuminated by my presence. And every step you take, I will be by your side, guiding, supporting, strengthening. If you are ready to live this new time, write in the comments, I move forward with faith. Now take a deep breath and prepare yourself, because the best is yet to come. Now that you've heard all this, I want you to stop for a moment and reflect. Are you ready to trust me? To leave fear and doubt behind and walk in the certainty that am I in control of everything? Your story is not a mistake, it is not the result of chance. Every detail, every fresh start, every page turned, it's all part of the plan I have for you. And this plan is bigger than anything you can imagine. Son, don't carry this weight alone. Let me take your worries, your fears, your pains. Place everything at my feet and I will exchange it for peace, for courage, for a new vision of life. If this message touched your heart, write in the comments, I trust. I want to know what you felt when you heard that word. And remember, you are not alone. We are a family of faith, and your story may be just what someone needs to keep going. Share this message. Don't keep this blessing just for yourself. Send it to someone who needs to hear this today. And before you leave, subscribe to the Jesus Flicks channel and activate the bell to receive more messages like this. God has much more to reveal to you. Until the next video.